Imagine a crisp autumn morning in a quiet suburban neighborhood, where the leaves crunch underfoot and the world feels just a little smaller, a little safer. But what if one simple knock on a door could shatter the walls around a lonely heart? That's exactly what happened to Ethan Harlow, a 35-year-old tech mogul whose life was a fortress of boardrooms and billion-dollar deals, until a tiny voice asked for something so ordinary. It changed everything. The air hung heavy with fog that day on Willow Street, softening the edges of the modest homes lined up like old friends. Tucked at the end stood Ethan's sprawling contemporary estate, all sharp lines and tinted glass, a place locals whispered about but never approached. Ethan was the definition of untouchable, sharp-suited, always on calls, his days a blur of mergers and market charts. At precisely 7:05 a.m., he wrapped up a tense video conference, his voice firm as he delegated tasks to his global team. Dressed impeccably in charcoal gray, he grabbed his keys, ready to conquer another day. Then came the knock, soft, insistent, like a secret waiting to be shared. Ethan paused, brow furrowed. He opened the door to find a small girl standing there. Maybe 5 years old, with wild auburn curls framing her freckled cheeks and eyes wide with innocent hope. A faded blue backpack slung over her shoulder, adorned with a dangling teddy bear charm that had seen better days. "Hi," she said, her voice bright as sunshine breaking through clouds. "Can you walk me to school?" Ethan blinked, scanning the empty street. No parents, no one in sight. "Who are you?" he asked, his tone more puzzled than gruff. "I'm Lily," she replied, tilting her head. "I live right over there. Mommy had to go to work super early today and she said I could walk alone, but it's kind of scary by myself." "Your house looks safe and you look important. Will you come with me, please?" He should have said no strangers, schedules, all the reasons stacked up like unread emails. But there was something in her unwavering gaze, a trust so pure it caught him off guard. "Just this time," he muttered, stepping out and closing the door behind him. Lily's face lit up like she'd won a prize. She slipped her small hand into his without a second thought, her warmth seeping through his cool palm. As they strolled down the sidewalk, neighbors gawked. The dog walker paused mid-stride. A jogger slowed to stare. Ethan Harlow, the recluse, who skipped block parties and holiday lights, holding hands with a kindergartner. It was the talk of the street before they even turned the corner. Lily chatted nonstop, pointing at squirrels scampering up trees and humming a made-up tune. "Your hand's really big," she observed, "like a giant's." "I'm not a giant," he replied, a hint of amusement creeping in despite himself. "You kinda are. Do you have a job where you boss people around? Mommy says people in suits do that." "Something like that." 3 blocks later, they arrived at the cheerful little school with its rainbow-painted fence and buzzing playground. Lily let go of his hand, adjusting her backpack. "Thanks, Mr. Ethan. See you tomorrow?" He hesitated. "We'll see." But tomorrow came, and so did the knock. Lily stood there beaming. "You said we'll see, and I saw yes." Ethan sighed but grabbed his jacket anyway. This time she dove right into stories. Mommy works at the coffee shop and the library and sometimes cleans houses. She's the best at bedtime stories, ones with dragons and princesses who save themselves. "What do you like to read?" "Reports and spreadsheets," he admitted. "Boring. You need more dragons." As they walked, she skipped over cracks in the sidewalk, her energy infectious. Passing the same curious eyes, Ethan felt a strange lightness. At the crosswalk, she grabbed his hand again, looking both ways with serious concentration. "Mommy taught me, left, right, left again." In that moment, a long-buried memory surfaced. Ethan at 8, standing alone after school in a downpour, backpack heavy, waiting for a ride that never came. The ache of abandonment he'd locked away for decades stirred. He shook it off as the light changed, but Lily's grip grounded him. "You're quiet a lot," she said midway across, "but that's okay. Quiet people hear the best secrets." "I'm not good with secrets or people," he confessed. She grinned. "You're good with me." By the third day, the routine felt almost natural. Lily knocked, Ethan answered, and off they went. She shared dreams of becoming an astronaut who reads stories to stars. "Some kids don't have families like mine," she said thoughtfully. "I want to make them smile." Ethan listened, really listened, his guarded heart cracking open bit by bit. "What about your family?" he asked gently. "Just me and Mommy. Daddy left before I could remember. But Mommy's my superhero." That afternoon, Ethan spotted them at the neighborhood park, a simple spot with creaky swings and a slide worn smooth by generations. Lily laughed on the merry-go-round while her mother, Sarah, watched with weary eyes. Sarah was in her late 20s, with sun-kissed hair and a practical braid, wearing a diner apron smudged from a long shift. She looked exhausted but fierce. Every glance at Lily full of unwavering love. Ethan kept his distance, but fate had other plans. The next morning, after dropping Lily off, he returned home to find Sarah waiting on his porch, arms crossed, fire in her eyes. "Lily told me about you walking her. Who do you think you are?" He held up his hands. She asked, "I didn't want her going alone. I'm your neighbor, Ethan." Sarah's defensiveness softened slightly as Lily peeked from behind her. "He holds my hand at the crosswalk, Mommy. Makes me feel brave." After a tense exchange, Sarah relented. "Thank you, I guess. But next time, ask me first." Over the following weeks, glimpses turned into moments. Ethan fixed a broken bench at the park anonymously one night, tools in hand under the stars. Sarah noticed, wondering aloud to Lily who the mystery helper was. Ethan started passing by more, often helping Sarah pick up litter one rainy afternoon. They worked in silence at first, then talked about her juggling jobs, about his empty successes. "You're carrying too much," he said once as they sat on a bench watching Lily play. "Someone has to," she replied. For strawberry ice? Cream cones and library books." He chuckled, a sound foreign to his own ears. "You make it look effortless." "It's not." "But she's worth every ache." One stormy night, everything shattered. Ethan found Sarah's car spun out on the roadside, her slumped over the wheel after a grueling double shift. "Lily's home alone," she murmured through the pain. He rushed her to the A, then fetched Lily, bundling her into his car with gentle assurances. In the hospital waiting room, Lily clung to him, whispering fears until she fell asleep on his shoulder. Sarah woke to that sight, her daughter safe in the arms of this once stranger, and something profound shifted, but storms bring floods. Paparazzi caught wind, blurry photos of Ethan with Lily, then with Sarah at the hospital. Headlines screamed scandals. "Billionaire's hidden family." Whispers turned to chaos. Sarah lost her diner job amid the unwanted spotlight. Ethan's board pressured him. "This jeopardizes everything." Heartbroken, Sarah left a note. "We need normalcy. Please let us go." Days blurred into emptiness for Ethan. He wandered the park, clutching Lily's forgotten backpack like a lifeline. Memories flooding, her laughter, Sarah's quiet strength. He realized it wasn't pity, it was love, the kind that fills voids you didn't know existed. Under a gentle rain at school pickup, he waited with a new backpack, shiny and perfect. Lily ran into his arms. Sarah approached warily. "Why?" "Because with you two, I found home," he said. "I want to build a life, not just exist." "You're not a chapter, you're the whole story." Tears mingled with rain as Sarah embraced him. "We can try," she whispered. Lily cheered. "Now we're a team." As they walked home hand in hand, the world felt renewed. In the end, it's the unexpected. Connections that heal us, the tiny hands that guide us back to joy, the quiet loves that roar loudest. Remember, no matter how fortified your world, love can knock and change it all. Open the door. You might just find your beginning,